Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand. Welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Thursday, September 4, 2025, after 3:15 p.m. Eastern. We're having reverse aging health call and all the rest. Tomorrow night, Friday, September 5th, after 9:15 p.m. Eastern. I want to make sure you're in a comfortable position. No outside distractions. Relaxed into your body, still as a statue, and focused on your breath, rising and falling. The more creative you become, the more godly you become. When your creativity comes to a climax, when each moment of your life is filled with creativity, you live in God. Osho. The greatest shift that any human being can have in this lifetime is the experience of full self-realization. What is that? Now, there's a lot of definitions which point to it. Yet ultimately, it is a fancy word for realizing that the unlimited, all-powerful, omniscient self, who you truly are. This means we must go beyond every idea, concept, and boundary we've defined ourselves to be. Self-realization is an endless journey where we not only realize that we are beyond this physical form all day long, yet we have a direct experience of it with everything and everyone. We feel and sense a reverence for the spiritual being we truly are. That is not separate from this world around us. It is the most profound awakening process one can have, which expands within you every moment of the day, becoming an integrated aspect of everyday life. There really is no deeper transformation in consciousness that any human can have than becoming self-realized. The change in perspective is so completely radical and utterly life-morphing that nothing else can compare. Take the most profound experience of your life and then stretch it so it continuously grows and expands 24 hours a day. This is a taste of what self-realization is like. Your entire experience of reality is so different. It's as if you had been an Eskimo living for 70 years in the Arctic Circle, and then one day you decided to pack your bags and permanently move to Hawaii. Now, the reason why it's so important to understand how ridiculously different the experience of self-realization is because it helps the mind drop any possible attempts to formulate a hardened concept about what it actually is cannot be grasped by the mind. And the more the mind tries to think that it knows what self-realization is, the further you drift away from the experience of it. There is no mental concept in this universe that can prepare you for self-realization other than a perpetual willingness to surrender into the mystery and curiosity of it. We would all like a formula for a way to live life that is more enlightened and liberating. Problem is that every formula that works once is not going to work forever. All formulas last for a limited period of time, and then we outgrow them. This is because the nature of our consciousness is meant to expand, become more flexible, and diversified. It is only through absolute surrender to the infinite universe can self-realization be invoked and gifted to you. And this level of surrender means you're inviting in the feeling that anything is possible, which means you must let go of just about everything you've known to be true. It's not easy to let go of our beliefs, yet it is the only way we will ever find the experience of being truly free. To identify oneself with the body and yet to seek happiness is like attempting to cross a river on the back of an alligator, Ramana Maharishi. And to begin this seemingly impossible spiritual quest for freedom, it all begins with inquiring into the source and center of who and what you actually are. And when you relax, meditate, dive into the center of you, there you will first find the mind and its stories about you. The infinite experience of you is behind these thoughts. It comes from diving into the center of your presence, your essence. And there, you can go into it for infinity. There's always another experience within the center of each experience. Eventually, this is how we become centered within our spiritual essence. In this life, it is always the most random, expansive feelings which redirect our attention away from who we think we are and towards rediscovering our unlimited creative source of consciousness. If you notice, whenever you talk about yourself, you usually refer to the words me, my, or I. And when you feel into the experience of me, my, or I, what do you notice and perceive is there? Look for a long period of time. You must be infinitely patient with this inquiry because it is the first step towards uncovering the real you and is vastly deep and transforming. And the longer you can maintain a focus of inquiring of who or what I am, the faster you will realize the shocking truth of who and what you actually are. Through the course of a lifetime, we all seem to get pulled into this feeling of falling off the path. When the frail egoic human persona takes over, we tend to get wrapped up in identifying ourselves as small, limited, powerless, time-bound beings who are temporarily imprisoned in a physical human form. This human experience can hypnotize us into believing that we are lost, poor, insecure, unhappy, or simply off track. Good news is that the truth is always much bigger than the mind can fathom. Whenever we perceive life to be some random, challenging, confusing experience, take an afternoon to digest these 5 secrets. They will open up the inner avenues of your spiritual essence and soon discover the all-powerful, magical manifesting being you truly are. The first step to opening the doorway to meeting your sacred soul starts with feeling into your basic core nature. Who are you at the very innermost core level? You are a super powerful divine being exploring, right? Exploring this exposes you to become the highest authority of your reality and your life, where you decide what is real and what is not. You are the one who is constantly seeing, believing, and perceiving the reality you think is true. Mind is always right about what it believes is real. It's never wrong about what direction it's thinking and believing. Even if you fall off the deep end and believe 1 + 2 = 4, the mind will be very righteous about that. And I know people like this. The mind is all coiled up in an old habit of making up fantastic stories about who and what you are and are not. And when this mind drops, you drop into your core basic nature. Mindless, still, free from all thought. The mind will still try to say that you are not enough of this and too much of that. Do not listen to the mind. Listen to your heart instead. There is an unlimited field of loving, sweet energy in your heart, which is the doorway to having a full body, deeply healing, spiritual awakening experience. Now, the second step to revealing your soul is found within this space-time continuum. Where would the soul reside if it was simply resting and relaxing at the center of you? Where specifically and exactly is the core of you? When you look within yourself, where in space and time is the very center of this thing called you? When you find it, rest for many hours in that space. You'll discover that you are pure, powerful, perfect, sweet, complete consciousness. You are the source of divine perfection. And the more we can relax into our center, the easier it becomes to realize there never, ever was anything wrong with you. That was all just a big fancy show of the mind, fabricating new stories again. Your soul is beyond the mind. It is the ever-present, eternal witness at the core essence of you. And is always there, always available and ready to be explored. This is the inner journey everyone is seeking. It's the only one that can take lifetimes to discover. And until we find it, we cannot know deep, everlasting peace. Don't worry. It is predestined that you will find your soul. The spiritual stream of sacredness follows us wherever we go. When we can really relax deep down in the core of our being, the eyes of the soul begin seeing through us. We can perceive the universal spiritual path within the mundane and comprehend how it's truly impossible to screw up this life. When we relax, we begin to truly trust life. We can feel like we have an infinite amount of time, energy, resources, creativity, and knowledge to get it right. Only in a very deep relaxation can we surrender enough to bathe in our soul's true eternal essence. The ego and mind are set on the back burner. There is no second guessing about if we have arrived in the parking lot of our soul or not. It's so obvious, it's like the difference between knowing the sun is shining or not. There is only this pure feeling of knowing and getting that we are all unlimited, unbounded, perfect beings connected to each moment to an infinite stream of conscious, intelligent energy. The soul makes us wake up, realize that we can do the impossible. Its energy is so powerful, eternal, and cannot be changed. The more we relax into this comprehension, the more we stop fighting with our mind and its list of unfulfilled desires. We simply give up following our thoughts blindly around and begin relaxing beneath them into the quiet solitude underneath the mind, which makes everything in life more interesting, less challenging than it needs to be. Third step is to unveiling your spiritual amazingness, is in the practice of a thing called trust. The universe is always protecting you, helping you, and serving your highest good. It has never abandoned you and is always here assisting you to blaze through your challenges. Find your greatest possible joy in this life. Perception changes everything in your perception and reality. This universe is conspiring in your favor. It wants what you want. Be a pronoiac, not a paranoiac. Just notice what it feels like to sit back and relax into the feeling of trusting in this universe and knowing it is guiding you. And when we practice the trust vibe, we can listen easily to the subtle hints from this universe. We know our life purpose and spiritual direction, and we stop ignoring it. The trusting signs are there. Just look for them. Take heed. Stop getting in the way of your highest possibility. It is in trusting this universe that we can give ourselves permission to manifest the most amazing, miraculous life we could ever imagine. We actually get what we truly want through trusting. We stop settling for a fear-based rush lifestyle that we do not really desire. I invite you right now to take time to settle yourself in the energy of trust right now. Breathe it into your body. Feel it inside your heart. Practice this one all day long, all night long. Notice how good this feels. See if you can notice how many ways this universe is guiding, assisting, and protecting you in the next 24 or 48 hours. It is an amazing feeling when you can remain in the state of trust all week long, as it is this energy which opens the door to let your soul's full presence to come flying through. And fourth step to discovering your soul comes from recognizing and letting go of your fears. Take time when you're in the grocery line to find out what you're truly afraid of in this life. Look deep inside. Face whatever old dark demons are inside you. They are just you hiding from your own soul. Your fears are not meant to hurt you and stay with you forever. That is not their purpose. If you are not facing your fears every day, then they are not fully serving you. You're meant to work with fear. Push up against it so that you expand your sense of self and grow beyond it. Release your attachments to what the fear means. Realize each one is merely a ridiculous, misguided thought. Give yourself fully over to being fearless, being a fearless human being by facing every fear that arises. You get to know your true warrior self as an all-loving, all-powerful, fearless, multi-dimensional spiritual being with unlimited potentiality. Who knew the darkness would lead us to the light? And with just a little exploration, our daily journey home becomes a very sacred healing process. Fifth step to uncovering your sparkling, bright soul comes from retraining your brain to be alert and remain focused only on that which you truly desire. What do you want in this life? What you want wants you to have it. And when you can keep your mind focusing on what you want and off what you do not want, the most amazing things will manifest in your presence. Nobody wants to hear what's on your long list of complaints. Put your kingdom of don't wants up for sale. Recalibrate your mind to meditate on what you do desire. What are those things that make your heart sing? The simple refocusing of the mind on what you want is, in this life, is incredibly powerful and transformative. Once the mind comes around to the conclusion that as long as it's focusing on what it doesn't want, it's never going to be happy. Then it starts to rely more on pure awareness to liberate it. The mind is already deeply trained and programmed to rewind and replay the same 60,000 thoughts it had yesterday. It doesn't like to deviate from the norm. Yet when you redirect it to remain focused on what you want to think about all day long, your soul peeks through and opens everything up, like a flower meeting the first morning rays of sunshine. You come to feel the amazing warmth that is inside your being. This is the day you truly know your soul intimately, and it will show everyone in the most natural, unassuming ways the all-powerful, deeply eternal, loving being you already are. Do not waste your life for that which is going to be taken away. Trust life. Trust God. If you trust, when you trust, only then can you drop your knowledge. Only then can you put your mind aside. And with trust, something immense opens up. And this life is no longer an ordinary life. It becomes full of God, overflowing. Osho. I join you in meditation. I'll return to close us out. Remain still, relaxed into your body, focused on your breath rising and falling. How can you possibly not trust the universe? This universe is always supporting you. It has given you everything you have, your body, your mind, all your possessions, and anything you can possibly imagine. It knows exactly what experiences to send your way and which ones to protect you from. All you need to do is trust 100% in this ultimate creative power full of deep eternal love and light. Surrender to the feeling that 100% trust brings. Take a few moments to feel it now. Today is your day to allow this universe to take care of you. It wants you to be more abundant, more liberated, and truly unstoppable. It has greater things in store for your future than you have imagined. Let's take that deeper breath and really let this divine intelligence run your innermost show. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, following morning. We will return here Friday after 3:15 p.m. Eastern to continue our global guided meditation call, and after 9:15 p.m. Eastern to continue our reverse aging health call and all the rest. Be gentle, kind, generous, and humble with yourself at all times. Be in the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, purest of the purest purest, eternal gratitude at all times, no matter what's going on within you or outside of you. Open your heart and allow the magic to flow in